the United States Department of Homeland Security has sued the entire federal district court in Maryland. Now, what they want to do is they want to put a stop to the 2-day automatic injunctions on all deportations for people who were picked up in Maryland and filed a habeas petition. So, to say this in another term, give an example, is if someone is arrested by ICE in Maryland and they file a petition challenging the legality of their detention, now they can't be deported until 2 full business days have occurred for the courts. Now, the reason for doing this comes from Chief Judge George L. Russell III. You'll see him at the top of the defendants list. The recent influx of habeas petitions concerning alien detainees purportedly subject to improper and imminent removal from the United States that have been filed after normal court hours and on weekends and holidays has created scheduling difficulties and resulted in hurried and frustrating hearings, in that obtaining clear and concrete information about the location and status of the petitioners is elusive. So, basically, the way it's being done before this was violating the rights of these people. And yes, illegal aliens would have rights in America. Migrants have rights in America. Now, why do they have rights in America? Why do they have a right to go to when they're in court? The reason is because if you get picked up as a citizen, what if ICE says you're not one? Let me give you a real world scenario that happened. ICE picked a man up. He showed them his federal real ID. They didn't know what that was, and they just continued to detain him for a while. Until eventually, he got representation. Yeah, that's a citizen. And you might say, well, they'll never go all the way with deporting citizens. In Donald Trump's first term, it was found that ICE deported at least 70 confirmed citizens, and they are being less thorough this time. Now, you might be saying, that's all well and good. What authority do they have for this standing order for all the cases? Well, according to Chief Judge George L. Russell III, it comes from the All Writs Act, a piece of federal law dating back to the country's founding. And it gives federal judges the power to issue all writs necessary or appropriate in aid of their respective jurisdictions and agreeable to the usages and principles of law. Now, you might be wondering, how is this going to play out in court? Well, Maryland, which is what this is about, also happens to be the home of the man that got deported to El Salvador. A judge ordered he be returned to the United States, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. And then the Supreme Court, a lot of Trump picks, it's a conservative majority, 9-0 unanimous ruling he must be returned. I don't think it's going to go well for the United States Department of Homeland Security, but they're doing it. They're also trying to get all of the entire circuit court to recuse and a bunch of other stuff, but that could go on for a while. I just wanted to let you know this existed because it is fascinating, at least to me, that they're trying this. And they're trying this when we have, for example, international news. What are people talking about when it comes to the U.S.? Man tried to come to the U.S. and was denied entry because they demanded he unlock his phone. If he doesn't unlock his phone, they threatened him with a $5,000 fine or jail time, I believe it was. And then when they unlocked his phone, he was denied entry to the United States because of a bald J.D. Vance meme. That's an international story. And, of course, the President of the United States, big international story, of course, bombed Iran, claimed there was a peace deal. Neither side followed that peace deal. And then he went on national television in the morning and dropped an F-bomb. Then the VP went and on national television did a speech about how everyone flips him off and flipped off the cameras. So they're having a great time. And if you haven't seen, Trump is now threatening primary challenges against Thomas Massie and a bunch of other Republicans. We have Marjorie Taylor Greene calling out Trump. We have Representative Anna Paulina Luna saying we should stop funding Israel. Like MAGA is like fighting itself and tearing itself apart. while all this is going on, it's a mess. The military parade was sad looking. There's a lot I could have made videos on, but I didn't, because I just didn't. It's honestly depressing. This one was court-related and interesting, so I did it. As for future videos, I have a couple cases on mind. Some of them are farther out. Some of them are just kind of me catching up to figure out what's going on, because I find that interesting. Might do a video after the verdict is reached in the Australian mushroom case. I haven't been covering it. I've been watching other people's coverage, and I might just do a video at the end of the conclusion, because I've been watching it. Part of the reason you haven't gotten many videos is because I had a bunch of stuff to do after the Lori Vallow case, but then I had that game I was playing with my friends, and I did that for a few days, and then I had a bunch of stuff to do around the house, and that's, like, there's a heat wave, and it's just unbearably uncomfortable to do things outside, but it's also unbearably uncomfortable in this humidity, in this heat, to do it in a closed off room with no air, which is what I do when I record things. So it's supposed to cool down a little bit soon, and I'm hoping that makes things easier on me. Like, I'm so hot today, I'm so hot, I'm not even hungry. I don't even think I'm going to eat today. I think I'm just going to drink ice water and sit in front of the AC after this. But just wanted to put it out there, this video, because I found it interesting, give you a little update on that I am still planning to do more videos. It's just been delayed. Beyond that, is there anything else I want to talk about that's been happening? This random garbage. RFK Jr. Had a hearing where he got called out because he had a study that he was promoting, but all of the citations were fake. The studies didn't exist or didn't say what he said. And he argued, I think it was a House committee meeting, he argued that it doesn't matter if the citations and studies aren't real, the results are correct. Something along those lines. That's not the way you should be doing things. That's having a conclusion and trying to do anything to make it work. I'm sure he's not happy, though, because there was a study finished yet again, that showed that vaccines do not cause autism, and RFK Jr. has been pushing they do for so long, he's probably just fuming. The New York mayor primary for the Democrats was very interesting. People are wondering if this might energize the Democrats to go for more like a younger, more left-leaning approach. I think that is wishful thinking for the people that believe that. The Democrats in America are already basically what would be right-wing in most of Europe, far right in some of Europe. So I don't think that they're going to be going left until some of the more old members, the old guard, starts leaving one way or the other. But we'll see. There's been active fighting in the Democrats' side to actually push out a lot of younger people and younger voices. That's kind of not getting media attention. I think that there's definitely, would they be getting better numbers if they, push to a younger audience, but certain groups don't want to lose power. So that'll be something we'll see going into 2026 when we have those elections. And by the way, this is like my 5th try for this video because I kept messing things up. One of them being, for some reason, I kept saying to this year was 2021. I blame the heat.